Okay, we're going live tonight.
Just giving everyone a few moments to come in.
Just lost the screen. Oh, I'm back again. Hello, here I am.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, people are coming in. Carlene's in.
Who's in?
Carlene.
Hello, Carlene. How are you? Thanks for joining us tonight on this fabulous show with Violet. Who else have we got?
Whitty is here and Casey.
Whitney?
Yes, and
Whitney.
Casey.
Hi, Whitney. Hi, Casey.
Helen.
Helen. Hi, Helen, beautiful. How are you down the south coast? Last time I saw Helen, she had beautiful pink hair.
Oh, nice.
We've got Lorraine. Hello, Lorraine. How are you? We've got Sherilyn. We've got Vivian. Thanks, ladies. Thanks, everyone, for joining in. And to all the boys out there, you're welcome to the show. We'd love to see you all. There's Maria. Hello, Maria. How are you? Big call out to all you beautiful people out there. Nada. I can see Justine. Joe, you're all coming in for a fabulous show tonight. You'll have a wonderful time. Okay, tonight we're going to be talking about the law of attraction, and we're going to be talking about relationships, and also we're going to be talking about colours. So I've got Violet here, the good witch, and she'll be telling us all about what's going on in the cauldron, which is quite funny. Okay, so it's the medium and the witch show. That's what we call it, don't we?
That's right.
Yeah, I can hear her cackling from the side. Okay, so I'm going to read some cards first, and the cards I'm working with are from, oh dear, I've lost the box. Here we go. I've got the air conditioner going on because I get very, very hot, especially with the energy. I'm working with these cards from Avalon tonight. These are from my very good friend Rose in Sierra, and these are absolutely beautiful cards. They're very magical, so that's why I thought we'd work with these tonight, because I love all those sort of stories of the Round Table and Merlin the Magician and all those beautiful stories. Must be the connection with my English father. Okay, so the first card we're pulling tonight in the car read, this is number 1. This is called the White Heart. So if you pick number 1, this reading is for you. This is about perspective. This is about you're going through a new phase in your life, new opportunities, and you have to understand that you've chosen to go on this path. So you're on the right path, and it's a kind of a bit like an awakening. So it's quite an exciting time in life. So if you pick that, that's all about perspective and the new phase in life. That's number 1 card. Okay. Number 2 card is Chalice Hill. Chalice Hill is all about faith. This is number 2 if you pick number 2 card. This is about opening yourself up to receive beautiful things that you deserve. You know, in life when sometimes you feel that sort of nothing's working for you and you kind of give up and you think nothing's going to happen to me, I'm never going to get what I want, or I'll never fall in love, or I'll never get that job I want, or live the life I want. That's about keeping the faith. So if you're going through a stage in your life where you're thinking, I'm just going to give up on everything because nothing works for me, poor me, get out of it. You need to really connect to spirit and keep the faith. And it's something that I've lived my whole life through. So that's all about opening yourself up to receive and balance in your life. And that's the faith card. It's beautiful, isn't it? I love these musical cards. And thank you, Rose, for publishing such beautiful cards.
Rose is on the feed watching you.
Rose, I hope I'm doing the right thing with your cards.
She says amazing.
Oh, good. I hope everybody loves them as much as what I do. We love these cards, don't we?
We do. I just put it in the comments. They were amazing, these cards.
Wasn't Merlin your boyfriend in the past life? I'm pretty sure he was.
Coming back as Morgana Le Fay.
She's coming back as Morgana, so there you go.
Going back in time.
Okay, so the next card I've got I've got it written all down here because I didn't want to make a mistake. This is the Holy Thorn. This is all about challenges. This is number 3 card. This is all about challenges. It's all about lessons and learning, because we come to earth as a soul to have lessons and learning, even though we go, oh no, not another lesson again. How come I'm stuck in this thing? It's about being aware. It's about being aware about your life and it's also being aware of your power, really stepping into your power, because life with the lessons and the learning can be so full of pleasure and pain. Like, I think this week I've had, that card would be mine, because I've had so many challenges, and then the next moment I'm having a high. It's been very sort of up and down. I feel a lot of people out there are going through the highs and the lows at the moment with the reset that's going on on the planet. So you know, you're not alone. So what you need to do when you're going through these challenging times is you have to understand that the earth connects you to stay balanced. So if you're going through a challenging time, get out in nature, really connect to the earth, hug a tree, you know, because underneath in that earth, Mother Earth, it really connects us to who we are, to our power, to all and it helps us through all those challenges, doesn't it? So I think that's a really, really powerful card. Okay, the last card is, oh, I love this card too. This is number 4. So if you pulled Genevieve, remember the stories of the Knights of the Round Tables? And this woman had 2 men in love with her, didn't she? Yeah.
She had an exciting time.
She had an exciting love life, that's for sure. She had the king. She had the old king. And what was his name? I can't remember. Everyone's going to write in and tell us.
Yes, they will.
Anyway,
Lancelot.
Sir Lancelot, the young stud. So she had the old king after her for her affections, and she had the young stud. So she's actually all about love. So if you've pulled Genevieve, number 4, it's really time for you to nurture yourself. This is all about beauty, feminine, sexuality, loving yourself, and, you know, loving who you are. And, you know, you might need to go and get a haircut, go on a diet, or, you know, make yourself feel really good and do something lovely for yourself, like even buying yourself flowers, or learning to say no to people. No, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to babysit those 2 children. It's too much for me. I'm too old. You know, that sort of thing. You hear these stories all the time, don't you? Okay, so really connect to the beautiful Genevieve. She's telling you to love, love, love. Love yourself, love your power. Don't be afraid to speak up. So these are the cards tonight, Violet. What do you think of them?
Look, this is a period of time I absolutely love and relate to. It taps into...
Well, you can come and join us now if you like. She's talking from the side. I'll have to get a trumpet.
I'm talking.
Okay, so we'll welcome Violet in. I was about to call her Gypsy.
That's same.
So what have you been up to with the cauldron? What have you been sticking in that cauldron?
Oh, well, I've been making a few different things. So I've been making up little spell jars. And I make these in varieties, and obviously I do them custom made, but since tonight was all about manifestation, I thought I'd bring just a very simple one. And I've used a lot of calendula and a lot of herbs, cinnamons and allspices, and I've brought my junipers in, and I've mixed these together with my clove oils and made myself a little abundance attraction mist. I also used some of my little lucky 4-leaf clover little glitter symbols, because I really love to bring the vibrational energy up, and I've been making little potions.
So what is that one for?
This one is for abundance, and I've done it from a heart-centered, because I know you're going to tell everyone about the different colors. I've done it from a heart-centered because whenever we do anything through a love perspective, it brings that beautiful attraction in. And then what I do is I do a 7-day ritual on this, because 7 is that magic number. And so I burn a candle each day for 7 days over the very top of this jar, and I've already set my intention into all my herbs, and I've mixed that in. I've placed my little piece of paper in there with exactly what I want, and then I take that for 7 days and I place this on my little altar with my offerings. And so my offerings may be just simple wine and bread, or it may be an orange, because we're going into that wonderful time, and I love making clove oranges, popping them up there, because that's really
It sounds so witchy-pooey, doesn't it? Sort of like,
I have a whole space like set up for it to go, you know, completely.
It sounds like when I used to make mud cakes as a kid.
Yeah, well, I have the only thing that everyone's insisted on in my space is one of those, you know, fire hydrant things that because supposedly I'm a bit of a fire risk.
Do you ever do any naughty things in that cauldron, Violet?
Like bind up some nasty negative energy, tie it up and put it in the cauldron and burn it and set it free.
What sort of
Is that what you're implying?
Well, you know, like people you don't like.
Well, that's what you're implying. I call it negative energy.
Okay, so if you're going to go for me, I'm going to feel hot, am I?
We're going to just release. It's called a release.
Is that
release
what you do?
the ties. Well, you can either bind it up, tie it up and bind it up.
Right, all the negative energy.
Or, yeah, and then you can bury it. You can give it a burial, if you like. And that doesn't mean that ill harm comes to that person or they're going to end up in that state. It's just to bury the ill feeling or bury the ill will or to bury it deep, to give it its rest. Or you can create it with the right herbs and actually burn it up. So release it, kind of take it out of the spirit and out of the etheric body and put it out there. And so there's multiple ways. You know, one of the old ways was to make a poppet.
Okay, from my aspect, as an energy worker and a medium, for me, I would do the cutting of the ties.
Okay.
If I was having a problem with someone or a situation, I would do my visualization technique called cutting the ties. It's actually on my website. And then I would, if I felt negative energy around me, I would sage myself.
Yep.
Or I would do my white room technique where you stand in the white room and you just look to the left. If you see something,
that's
you tell it to
technique.
go into the light. So we all have different ways of working, don't we? With energy.
In mine, so you use sage, we use salt. So salt baths, salt scrubs, putting the whole head under into the salt water, cleansing the very top, cleansing the body down, letting the salt run, letting the bath run, letting the water run away.
I have to say I love the ritual of having a bath.
Yeah.
Because every evening I have a beautiful bath. I put lavender in. I also put in Epsom salts.
Beautiful.
And that's also a very, very beautiful way to get rid of all that negative energy
100%.
that you collect in your daily life.
Yeah.
You know, with people, with situations, or people you have in work situations where you might be abused or horrible, you know. So I just always have that soak and it just seems to really lift me.
100%. Well,
so
all
really
that lavender
is
is that psychic protection. So lavender is a psychic protection. It really brings that in. It's that relaxation, that letting go. And then all that salt that's coming into there is to cleanse off the negative. So 100% the bath.
So we've all got our different ways because you're a Romany gypsy, aren't you?
Well, on my grandfather's side, my grandfather is Romany gypsy. And my nan's side from there, my mum's side, she's Irish traveller.
Right.
So we have a bit of a mix in it, and it often, I see it pop up occasionally where people bring that up. So my grandfather was Romany, and my grandmother was Irish traveller, and I grew up, and I put a picture on my Instagram, and I put some of the information up. I grew up with all my uncles, my aunts, my mums, my cousins.
Travellers.
And we, I had an uncle who built something like 41 houses.
Oh, that's incredible.
Like he just would build and move and build and move and build and move. And they travelled from over in sort of England and Ireland right over to New Zealand. And then we went back, and then I was in Europe, and then I was over here. So, we had a very varied upbringing, not many outsiders.
Well, it's different from a lot of people. Look, moving on, I have to ask you, what's happening in the world with astrology? Because haven't we got a full moon? Is it this Saturday?
We have the grounded Taurus energy stepping into play.
Taurus, right.
So we've got this real earthing, grounding energy moving in. And as everyone knows, we've kind of let go of the Mercury retrograde, and we've seen Jupiter coming in, so that's very expansive coming through. And so we're starting to see, and it really coincides with the world opening up, we're starting to see the opportunities reopen and things become more stable, more grounded energy starting to flow through. So everyone will be really relieved.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so what's the tip? What should we be doing in this new energy with Taurus?
With new energy with Taurus, I would suggest to you, whatever you've got in your mind that you really want to kind of build on or achieve, now is the real time to plant those seeds.
Right.
So this really feeds into the idea of where we're going tonight. It's really a great time to get really clear and really settled on what the plan is and what are those first steps for implementation. So whether it's a new business or whether you want to make that big break and travel across the world, it's time to really put the plan into alignment. It's to get clear.
Well, that brings us into what we're talking about.
Yeah, it does.
And this is the law of attraction. So the law of attraction is the ability to attract whatever we are focusing on. It's and it's incredible how it works. So we can focus on our health, we can focus on our love life, our career, wanting to get out in the world more to work at our highest potential.
100%.
So there's different ways of doing it, isn't there? And when the law of attraction attracts everyone, so if you're a really negative person, you're going to keep on attracting really negative experiences.
100% you will.
And you've got to watch your self-talk. We've talked about this so many times. Like, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm an idiot. You really have to get rid of that poor me talk. And I'm powerful, because that really sort of takes your power away, doesn't it?
It does. You know, you've got to...
Because what you think you become.
100%.
Yeah.
That's the first law. It's the first universal law. All is mind.
And, you know, like attracts like. So if you're really, really negative, you'll start, with these negative thoughts, you'll start to attract negative people. And you'll hear them, you'll go, oh my God, how come I keep attracting all these negative people all the time?
Yep.
Have I got, like, kicked me on my back or something? You know? Because they're people with a similar energy. And this also includes your weight, money, and your relationships. Like, how many times have you met someone who's got the same story? It's like, I'm an alcoholic. And they will stay an alcoholic because they kind of use that in a way. Or I've got no money, or I never get anywhere. I'm hopeless. You know, that sort of thing. I just find it so exhausting, don't you? Especially when you're aware of it.
When you're consciously aware of the negative energy, it can be more wearing. And when people aren't conscious and don't change the story, they keep replaying it, and they're not consciously aware, and so they wonder why is this happening, It's almost as if you've got to tape record them and then play them back to themselves so that they can hear what they're putting out.
That's right. And like last week we talked about money, so this is all about relationships this week. And you know, as a reader, we get a lot of people having problems in relationships, don't we?
So many.
All the time. And you sort of listen, you think, I've heard this story 1,000 times. You know, if you want to meet someone, you don't just sit in the beanbag. You have to get out there and you have to be very active. So how to manifest relationships? The first one, make a commitment to yourself.
Yes, you do. You need
to make that commitment. If you're serious, you need to do something about it. You're just not going to sit there and wait till your soulmate to just walk through the door. Because for a start, he doesn't know where you live. You know,
it's not. And also, like Kerrie said, if you're sitting there and you've only got negative things that you say about yourself, and you're letting those thoughts dominate, you're not going to attract in what you're looking for.
Okay, number 2, you have to love yourself first. So if you don't have a healthy relationship with yourself, how can you possibly love anyone else?
Well, you can't. You may think you can, but you absolutely can't. It's a block.
And it's the opposite. What about these people who love themselves to death? You know, that's a real power trip, isn't it? They're so busy loving themselves that they can't even see you because they're like narcissists.
That's the narcissism.
That's the narcissism. There's a lot of that going on
and unfortunately, they tend to attract partners in because they're full of the confidence and they love themselves, and their poor partners are running around and they can't get seen and they can't get heard.
What about these controlling types?
Yeah,
I hear people say, well, I've been with my partner for 6 years and he's promised to buy me a house, but, it never happens. So I'm like, well, you need to buy your own house.
Yeah. Well, first of all, taking, like Kerrie said,
personal responsibility.
That's it. You need to step up there, and we shouldn't be waiting on a partner to fill a gap for us. And
also another thing is it's very good to have your own money. Yes. I've always said that. My mother used to say, keep a tin and put all your money in it, but never find it. Never tell anyone you've got it. Well, I had one of those tins, and I think everyone except the dog and the cat were going there and taking the money out. The kids were taking it, the husband, everyone was taking my money, and everyone knew where this special tin was. So I never had any money. So you need to find a really good hiding place,
spot for your tin.
Okay. You need to increase your confidence, your charisma, willingness to receive love.
Absolutely. You've got to say yes. Say yes more than no.
How do you increase your confidence? You look in a mirror and you say, I'm a beautiful person. I love you. You're absolutely gorgeous. And the mirror might say, no, you're not. You're fat and ugly. But you breathe it out. I'm a beautiful person. I love you. It's fun. It's like a game, isn't it?
Well, you've got to retrain that mind. Sometimes it's from, we were just talking about it earlier, it can be from the schoolyard bullying. It can be from It can be from childhood, from a sibling. It can come and haunt you, and it's still existing in that subconscious.
Well, you know, as children we get bullied, and we can be bullied by people at work or people that we know that bully us.
Yeah, debilitating.
So it's about speaking up and walking away.
And you've got to really grab hold of it and say, you know what, that's not true. I'm an amazing person.
And sometimes when that happens to you, it's really hard to have that willingness to receive love.
Yeah.
You know, because we forget that, you know, and, you know, why can't anybody love me? But you really have to love yourself first.
You're worth it, you know.
You certainly are. And people say, well, you know, I'm in love with two people. And, you know, follow your heart.
Yeah.
Often your head will take you, it might be practical, but you might end up with someone who's just a friend that you don't love.
I think I saw a line by Johnny Depp once, and he says, if you fall in love with somebody else, but you're with someone at the time, and you say that you love them, you don't leave. And I think that's it. You've got to really understand what comes in your life, and when you've got two people, you know. Well,
look what happened to poor Johnny Depp. You know, he got screwed big time because he fell in love with this young up-and-coming young woman who wanted to be more famous than him.
Yeah.
And so he got shafted big time, which was quite sad because we've all been fans of Johnny.
Yes.
Not that I'm into domestic violence, but you can have it both ways.
I think it in that case it looked like it might have been a little bit.
I thought it was manipulated.
Both ways, or something.
Yeah,
was
we had a look
on.
at that, didn't we?
Yeah.
We're watching you, Amber. We know what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. The mirror work is looking in the mirror. I'm a beautiful person. I love you. Do that every day because the eyes are the souls. It takes us straight to the soul. The eyes connects us to very down deep into the soul of who you are as a spiritual soul. So you're reprogramming your mind, your soul energy, you know, doing that beautiful mirror work. And it's easy to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really important. And Kerrie does a lovely demonstration where she shows you the strength of doing that and really connecting into you, looking at
it's very powerful.
Seeing yourself.
Louise Hay talked about it years ago, didn't she?
Yeah, oh gosh, I remember her work.
And she had breast cancer and she was able to come back again because when you walk around with so much emotion from hurts, from pains and domestic violence or abused or something's happened in your life, it's something can trigger you for it to come out.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Domestic violence is one of those things too that when you experience it, you're trying to shield yourself in many ways possible, and you can really sink into that feeling of not feeling worthy and not feeling loved.
And if you don't heal all this abuse inside of you and let it go and really heal yourself, it can lead to other things like cancer.
Yeah.
Illness.
Yeah.
You know?
I can put my hand up there and say these things you've got to
They
jump on them.
do manifest in your body, so you've got to make sure you let things go. You forgive every single person in your life.
Forgiveness is a great word there.
It's very powerful, forgiveness, because that's the key to all healing, isn't it? Really,
it really is.
Because often people will say, okay, I think it's time for you to forgive your partner, and they'll say, I'm never going to forgive him.
Yep.
I hate him. Ugh, just that word hate, you can feel the toxins.
Yeah, and you poison yourself.
It's really funny. I used to do this technique with all my clients, mostly men who used to come into my office and they'd be really angry, you know, I just hate my boss, what a bastard, blah, blah, blah. And I say, listen, mate, here's a towel. I want you to smile and I want you to scream in it. Like, you need to let it out. And then they try it and they go, oh my God, that was fantastic. And it's something that
I believe in it. 100%.
Well, I used to be a nurse and it's always understaffed in these hospitals. So that's when I learnt that towel technique way back in the day because I was so frustrated and angry. I could kill someone because, you know, it's just no staff to look after all the people.
Yeah, that's dreadful.
Because the government, that's how they make the nurses feel guilty. You'll have to put them in the cauldron.
Or the government.
Yes, you have to put the government in the cauldron.
The government might be putting themselves in the cauldron
Get
today.
rid of all that negativity. Okay, you need letting go of all the self-hurt, all the really self-caring, and also be aware of your patterns. Yeah. What about these women who are attracted to men that sort of bash them up, you know, and they think, oh, it's okay, they deserve it. Now that's really spins my head out.
Yeah, I think, we do repeat patterns, and sometimes unintentionally you think, gosh, I finally found myself a good one, or I finally found and then suddenly before you know it, you're repeating, and you go, how did I end up here?
All these men who attract these bitches that put their men down, and, destroy them, don't let them go anywhere, don't let them do anything, treat them like dogs.
Yep.
And they just shuffle around. I just find that outstanding.
It's being consciously aware of what you're repeating or what you're attracting into your life. So sometimes when we have these negative things come in, it's because we've grown up with it. So we're accustomed to it in some way, or it's what we understand on a deeper level. And so we're playing out these roles. And so as we become conscious, like Kerrie says, when you actually see the pattern, you go, hold on, I'm going to make a conscious effort to change this and learn what it's about.
Often, it's really hard to get rid of pain and stuff we carry. So there's a very good exercise, which is free, on my website in the audio section called Cutting the Ties That Bind Us. It is so good. It's a hypnotherapy CD, so it's free. So if anyone would like to try that, if anyone here tonight or anyone out there is having problems, try that meditation. It's very, very empowering, and it helps cut off all those negative ties.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
Jump on there, and seriously, I do meditations and hypnotherapy all the time for releasing. Jump on there and access it if you're going through difficulty letting go of things and cutting these ties.
Because a lot of energy, a lot of people pass over at Christmas, and a lot of your stuff comes up at Christmas too, I have to say. Because it's the Christ consciousness energy for mediums. What do you call it?
Well, we don't look at it as that particular. We look at it as Yuletide. So it's more of a time of peacefulness. Well,
actually, it's where everything, like walking down the street, everyone tries to run you over. The energy for me at Christmas and Easter is usually quite frenetic.
Yeah, frantic stuff.
Terrible.
And realistically,
so all your stuff's going to come up. Fighting with families again, going for Christmas, fighting, having the same old arguments. You have to be very, very careful. At Christmas, you don't sort of fall into those old patterns again.
Yes, and it should be really a time of rest and restoration.
So just protect yourself. Put beautiful white light around you and put the blue cloak on and really protect yourself, because all your stuff comes up with, you do all this work on yourself, then you go for Christmas Day, and the next thing you're hitting somebody over the head with the turkey.
I hope not.
All that therapy that you've done is down the tube. Not a good thing. That bloody Christmas does it. This energy. It's the energy. It's not me. It's the energy.
Oh, I think maybe I'm grateful that all my family's on the other side of the world.
Well, yes, I think you are. I think you're very grateful. Okay, don't lose the faith. Again, that's the second time that's come up. It came up in Rose's cards. Don't lose your faith. Keep the faith.
Yeah.
Keep positive and have gratitude in your life for so many things. Thank the universe. Thank you for giving me food on my table, a roof over my head, and love and friendships in my life. Gratitude. Know you deserve love. That's a good one, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Know that you're worthy of love and worthy of an equal love. So what we give out, we receive. What we're putting out into the universe is coming back to us. And yes, we are creatures of love and sharing and community.
That's right.
It's important to us. So you are most definitely worthy of this love and connection.
Okay, commit to the right energy. Oh, I'm stuck between, two men. I don't know which one. You have to really breathe down deep and figure out which one do you really feel for, which one do you love.
Do you just think sometimes maybe one offers, like one fixes your car, one does your garden?
Yeah, have them all.
Do you think that?
I've tried that, but it doesn't work because you forget their names in the end. So that doesn't work.
Just kind of thinking maybe one gives you the solid security, and one's the passion, and one's the fixer of the car, and maybe that's a perfect world, right?
Okay. So summarising all that up, what I would do, I'd cut the ties with the person that was no good or the job that wasn't serving me. Get rid of all the toxic people out of your life. If you really, really hate them. I knew this lady who had cancer once, and she was furious with her daughter-in-law because she couldn't get rid of. So every time she went crazy, she'd stick her name in a Jesus bottle.
Okay.
And that helped her. That
Okay.
actually helped her.
Bringing
So
forgiveness
she surrendered it. She surrendered it, put it in the Jesus bottle.
I love the act of surrender. I think sometimes in this world things can get too much for us. And sometimes we do just need to give up the problem, like give it up to the higher power. Just say, you know what, I'm just going to hand this over and give you my trust and faith in this because it's too big for me right now.
And another thing is regression work, like past life regression. That really works. I do a lot of that work, don't we? You do work as well. That gets rid of past lives because often we bring in these horrific problems in this life, and some past life work really, really works. Okay.
I think you've missed your best one. Kerrie gave me a piece of advice when I needed to move house. And it was kind of like a cord cutting, but I did it with my house.
Yep.
Remember that? I had to say goodbye to my house. I couldn't find a house to live in. And Kerrie said to me on the phone, she said, you know what you've not done? And I said, no. She said, you have not broken up with your house. And it was 100% true because I was in love with my little garden there. And part of my heart was still in it. And so I hadn't had the breakup conversation with my house. And it was one of the best pieces of advice I was ever given. And I had that breakup conversation, and within a week, I'd found a new house.
Yes, I remember walking around my house. We couldn't sell it. We'd already bought another house, and I walked around the house and said, look, house, I love you to death, darling, but we have to leave. Thank you for having us in the house. We've had wonderful years here. Thank you, dear house, but I have to cut the cords. We have to go, but there's a beautiful family that's just waiting to come in and really share their life with you. Please let us go. Please let us go. And then
it was amazing.
Sold the house.
One. So
it does work.
Breaking ties, really important, people.
It does, yeah. Okay, next we're going to talk about colours next.
Yeah, we are.
In the law of attraction.
Because colours count.
Colours can influence us in so many ways. Because, for example, I'll give an example. If you have if you're in dark, if your house is dark, very, very dark, or you've got the walls painted black, nobody does. But if it's black and dark and that, it can really affect you because it affects your moods, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a very earthed, grounded, dug-in colour.
Yeah, it's yucky. Or browny colours, lots of brown, or houses with lots of patterns can really affect us. And clothes, if you wear black, it's basically you're invisible, aren't you?
Yeah, well, it's a non-colour. It's a void of colour. It's not actually colour, so it's to disappear.
It's to disappear in the world.
It's a great invisibility cloak.
Yes.
But it's not so great to be seen or to be heard.
And colours really affect us in our home, what we wear. It's I prefer more lively colours myself. Like, for example, look what you've got on tonight. You've got on a beautiful cornflower blue.
I do. I have my
blue on. And that brings out your eyes. It really suits you. And that's actually a colour that makes people feel comfortable.
Yes,
when
and
you wear blue.
It brings
it's very soothing.
Yeah, it brings in that soothing and communication. I always think of blue as communication.
Yes. So, and also, if someone's really aggro and you're in that situation, just visualize sending them blue light.
That's a good one.
Yeah. And it's funny, like I do seances, and to get the physical energy going with the spirits, I have on a red light.
Oh.
I have a red light.
That makes sense.
Yes, and that really brings in a lot of the spirits.
High energy.
It's very active, very active.
Yep.
So it's in a dark room, but we put on a red light, and that actually brings the spirits in. So looking at the colours, we've got magenta. I couldn't say it then.
Magenta.
Sorry.
I love magenta.
Magenta's a great colour for change. Transitional, letting go. And I've actually got on a few magenta colours
Yes,
tonight.
I was going to say you're rocking a few of those.
Yeah, because I'm going through a lot of
royals.
change, transition, letting go, moving on, sort of trying new things. So I'm really attracted to pinks at the moment. Pink for love because I need a little bit of love because I'm not feeling so great. Magenta because the change is in and it's transition, letting go. And I feel quite excited. So that's a very powerful colour if you want to wear it.
Yes.
Or if you want to have it in your room. You might have a beautiful bed cover in that colour.
Yeah, you can bring change in, but in your bedding, what you sleep in.
Because colours can really affect us. Now, with the healing work, what I used to say to all my sitters when I ran healing groups back in the day, I would say always make sure you have white sheets on when you go home tonight. I always do. Because the spirit doctors work with the white sheets.
Oh, my mother used to always, and all my bedding is always white.
It's white because the spirit energy works better with white sheets if you want to call them in for a healing. Did you know that?
No, I didn't
And look at
actually know
hospitals.
that.
Hospitals are white.
Yeah, my
White
mother
sheets.
used to insist on white bedding. She used to say, and she used to always put lavender on the pillowcases, and lavender for good dreams. She'd tuck lavender into our pillows, and she'd make these little purses, and she'd say the lavender's for good dreams and the white keeps you pure.
That's right.
So interesting.
It's interesting how colours can really affect us. Like, for example, red.
Yes.
Red is a very, as I said before, it's a stimulating colour. So I used to know this medium that she wanted to get lots of power, so she used to wear red undies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Under her dress, and maybe a red bra, and she'd feel very active all night. She wouldn't get tired when she was working, or entertainers often can wear red underneath.
Yes, that
the colour.
Hunger
Yes,
and passion.
it's lots of energy, lots of physical energy, so it's really good. If you're feeling tired and you're at work, get yourself some red undies. Always works.
Christmas is coming, they say. Santa's little red undies on the way.
And if you really want to go through changes, get some really beautiful magenta sheets.
I think so.
And you can sleep in that. Well, that will help you go through the changes. That will help you go through the transition.
That would be very luxurious.
And that will help you go through the letting go phase, the reset, what you want to do. I want to do this, I want to change my job. That will really sort of push you. That colour will push you to where you want to go. Then we have the violet.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Look, I had a terrible work situation a couple of weeks ago. So I felt really, really sad, and I felt horrible. So I went and bought a bright violet top.
Like the violet flame.
Absolutely violet. And when I wore it, I felt very powerful. I could feel all the negative energy leaving, and it made me full of, violet is for dignity and respect.
Yes, it is. It sits in there, and we look at violet and we say, yeah, it's the dignity, the respect, and the honesty that comes with it. So it's to bring all that back into the core.
That's correct. Okay, brown. Brown reminds me of Mission Brown. It's so ordinary.
I
so
think
masculine too.
I think of jasper as the crystal when I think of browns, and I think of like chocolate jasper, and I feel that these are really just so earthing and so.
It is to an extent, but when it's everywhere, like some houses.
Oh no, you don't want it everywhere. That'd be a bit too much.
Brown.
A bit too much.
It's sort of very mannish.
It is very mannish. It's very earthed. It's very grounded.
No other colours except brown.
No. I couldn't do a whole house.
What's wrong with having a bit of colour in your life, with a bit of flair?
Yes. I don't mind a little bit, but I wouldn't want a whole house in brown.
No.
I wouldn't want brown bedding.
And the other thing, we talked about blue. That's for relaxation, for calming. If you're stressed out, if you're having a hard time, wear blue on your body. Wear blue clothing. It's amazing how, because we're all energy as people. So if you're wearing something blue, you'll have a good day normally.
Yeah, I always look at what I put on that day and think, this is the energy I want to attract in, or this is the energy I want to be in today,
And what about those red cars on the road? That's quite amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, or the black smarty pants, the devil cars on the road. And then I always go for a white car because I always feel like middle of the road. No one's going to come for me.
I've got a white car.
Yeah,
I always go for a white car.
I like white because it's ordinary, and no one's going to go for me. It's common. But when you go, what about the people? I think, they were in that aggressive red car. They want to be noticed. Here they come.
Around. Here they go.
Here they
speed
come.
racer.
The king of the castles in the red car.
Maybe they can let us know in the comment what colour is your
car.
car.
Exactly.
What energy are you racing around in?
That's correct. Okay, turquoise. Turquoise stands for immunity, independence, and self-relying. Isn't that a new age colour? Well, it's very powerful.
Turquoise is beautiful. It's a beautiful crystal. It's
kind of a mix between a blue and a green, isn't it? In a way, wouldn't you say?
100%.
Yeah.
It's got that real oceany vibration. I always think of like Greece or, that real sort of Mediterranean feel with the water.
Correct. And also the colour green. I feel green's really good because it brings in balance. So, for example, in your home, you may want to bring in some green plants.
I've just done that recently.
Yeah, and it really does calm everything down, doesn't it?
And I love the vibration of my office now. I've got all these house plants. I've become a plant mum.
That's interesting. What about the colour yellow? Yellow is for detachment, thinking clearly and making sound judgments. And that all goes down to your solar plexus, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Straight
And
into the solar
isn't
plexus.
it interesting that McDonald's is yellow and red?
Well, they're the two fire colours, so they're considered fire colours. So they're hunger-based. They drive hunger.
So you go in there and you feel like a hamburger.
Yep, those colours are going to make you hungry.
That's right. Okay, orange. If you implement orange in your life.
Creative.
Joy, happiness.
Yeah.
Like I think about those Hare Krishnas. They wear those orange gowns, but they look like they're stoned out of their brains.
They're happy.
Don't they? They're happy because they're wearing those orange clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
the orange people.
Creative, happy, joyous. I love it.
And if you want to calm things down in your life, remember, don't have a lot of red. Don't wear a lot of red. Don't drive a red car. Don't put lots of red things in your house because it's a very strong colour. It's very, very active. So don't be surprised if you're feeling tired all the time.
Yeah, red is a real driver. So you want to use it in bursts or when you want to bring something in very quickly. When you've got it around you all the time, like Kerrie said, it's going to get a bit draining, or you could have situations that are coming at you perpetually. So you do want to use it, but only in moderation.
So that's how you work with colours. It's incredible. So be more aware the colours around you. I think it's time to do the cards now.
All right, let's have some cards.
Okay. Anyone want a card reading? We're going to be doing as many as possible in this short period.
Sharon Tim says to me, I love my red car. It goes fast.
There you go. Sure it does. Okay, let's give Sharon a reading. There you go.
All right, Sharon, you're on the Wheel of Fortune. So your red car does go faster, beautiful, because the wheel is the hand of God. We have the four corners stepping in here. So they're bringing you this good news, this good vibration moving forward. And it's saying the wheel's finally turning in your favor. Things are really heading in your direction. Those hands of fate, or Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John from the four corners, are really coming to your aid.
Okay. And this is for Deanna.
Okay, beautiful.
There you go.
Deanna. All right. Oh, this is a good one. This is the Lovers. I nearly coughed that one up as the Lovers came in. I went, whoo, some energy coming in for you. So I really feel that this is a major part of your life as we're making big decisions to move forward. So this partnership in this and the sense of that I'm making a big decision, which is positive for me to help me move forward in my life. Congratulations.
Okay, this is for Rose Mack. This is the Justice card. This is all about you. I feel things are really going to start to really even out for you. I don't know. I feel that you may have been going through a lot of stuff in your life. You know, things haven't been working out. It's been a lot of imbalance. So with the Justice card, that's a welcome card. It's saying that things are going to sort of work out for you, slow down, and I feel that things are going to be a lot clearer for you because I feel there's been quite a lot of indecisions around you.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, we've got Liz Thomas.
Liz Thomas. Kerrie.
The Emperor, this is time for you to step forward into your masculine power. It can also mean that you may have someone in your life who's male that's really influencing you. But, you know, you really do have the power within. And, you know, don't second guess things because I feel sometimes you do that. You're a very intuitive girl, and I feel you need to understand that you also have leader qualities. You're a born leader. So people probably come to you for advice and help and all that sort of thing. So step into your power because it's there.
All right, lovely. All right, we've got a Bronwyn Gray. Bronwyn, I've got the Sun for you. Positive outcomes headed your way. We're moving into a state of health. So a really, really beautiful time of health keeps coming through for me, for you. And a time of this just pure joy, being able to let go of some of the stresses of the past year.
Okay, who we got next?
We have got a Michelle Abbas.
Michelle Abbas. Okay. Oh, you've got the Sun here. You've got the Sun for Michelle. Good things are coming. I feel there's a renewed clarity around you. I feel that you may have been worried about which direction you're going in, but they're saying everything's perfect around you. Don't worry about anything. Okay, there's one for Mary Lou Teller. Mary Lou.
Okay, Mary Lou.
Okay, Mary Lou, you've got the Star. Look, Mary Lou, I feel that there may have been a bit of illness around you, but what they're saying is you're a person that you really shine, and you could just walk into a room and people notice you because you have this beautiful, harmonious, healing energy that just sort of comes out of you. So be aware of that. you know, like I know you probably work with Mother Mary or Master Energies, and be aware that you really do hold that power and you do influence a lot of people because you are a shining star, and just understand that you are here on a mission to help as many people as possible in so many ways by just being you.
Lovely. We've got a Michelle Moran. Okay.
Okay, Michelle, you've got the Sun card here. That's a welcome change. I don't know what's been going on with you, but I feel there's been a sort of a little bit of sadness, not sure about what you want to do, but they're saying that things are really going to change. I see new beginnings for you is what I'm getting, and also there's a lot of clarity, and I feel things, there's been setbacks, but things will really start to move ahead, so it's quite an exciting time. You also have a lot of spirit people around you, especially a gentleman. I feel he may have had cancer around you. I don't know if this is a grandfather or someone was very close to you and you just said to say hello. That came in very
lovely. I did. Saw that.
I saw this one for Toots.
Oh, you did see Toots,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Toots. Toots, you're a real trooper, aren't you? You're a woman who's got a lot of wisdom. You've got a lot of wisdom. And again, people do come to you for questions, for information, and you do have a lot of inner wisdom within, but I feel sometimes you may second guess yourself. I feel you get very caught up with people around you. What they're telling me is you really need to start to do things for you a little bit more instead of for everybody else, and really, really shine your light and start to do things in your life that you really want to do that you've only dreamt about.
We've got one for Jody North. Here you go, Jody. I've got the moon for you. So the moon is a time of the inner wisdom and starting to follow our path. There's a deep sense of intuition around this card, and sort of deep within yourself, you know how well you've done. You know that you're on your way to getting things achieved. You've had a few pitfalls along the way and you've had to watch out for a few things, but that intuition is really working for you. So just follow that gut instinct.
Okay, who we got now?
We have got a Tony Woods.
Tony Woods. Oh, you got the Lovers card. That's a very interesting card. This is about you making choices. This could be in a relationship or a situation that you're in, and they're telling me that you will make the right decision. This is coming up very fast. You will make the right decision, but there is a choice for you. You know, nothing is what it seems at the moment is what they're saying. So make that choice and follow your heart and you'll go in the right directions. Okay, they're telling me that you've got good things coming. Good things coming.
Okay, we've got a Michelle Williams. Let's have a look, Michelle. Seeing you've put your request in. Oh, Michelle, we've dug deep and got the Devil card, which would say to me that there's a few things for you to let go of in life. There's a few chains holding you back, and there's a few things that we really need to kind of get rid of some of this negative energy that's kind of impeding my progress so that I can actually move forward in life. I really do feel that you've had a few anchors in you and that it's time to do some cord cutting. And I would access that Kerrie's website and jump on there, and maybe it's time to let a few things go in your life so we can move forward. Beautiful.
This is for Helen. I think Helen Uberich, I think it was. Helen, this is the Empress card. You're worried about your health. They're telling me that your health is actually going to improve. I feel it's been sort of up and down. It's really been getting you down. But I feel with this very beautiful energy that's coming in, it's a time of change. And I do feel that with the Empress card, it's a card that there may be someone around you as well who's helping you go through this difficult time. Your health will improve. You just need to be a little bit patient. I feel things are especially going to be a lot better for you in the new year, in the year of the Water Tiger.
It's going to be a good year, I think. That
for a lot of people.
Yeah, you know a lot about that year. Gillan Fawcett. I hope I've said that right, Gillan. Gillian, maybe. Okay. Hierophant. So Hierophant is a beautiful card because basically it talks about mentorship. It talks about that time of following the traditional path. This is not the time to sort of go off-road and do things your own way. At the moment, it's telling you to go step by step, move forward in a really traditional sense, and we'll get to the answers. This is a really deep time for you just to keep going. You're on the right path. Just keep following the steps. Don't be tempted. Don't be tempted to go off in any other direction right now. Let's just follow the path through. I get 6 to 12 months around you, so I feel that we've really just got to keep doing the motions at the moment, and it will pay off.
Okay. Who we got now?
Okay, let's have a look, because there was so many. It's scrolling so quickly. We've got a Norel. Oh no, she's been done. Kate Munyard would love a card.
Look, I've got the death card for you, but that's not a bad card.
No.
That's actually a welcoming card, because they're saying that you're going to go through a major change in your life. So there's a death of something and something new. Something new is going to enter your life, but you really need to let that go. Maybe you can do the cutting and the ties with something that's not serving you. But I feel new beginnings is what I'm getting. And the death card, sometimes it can come with a bit of sadness, but it depends on how long you want to hang on to that. Okay, so the death card is about, it's a transitional phase. It's about letting something go that no longer serves you, so you can open up the new. And sure, sometimes things are scary and it's horrible when we let go of things that are, are very familiar, but you won't grow. Life is about lessons and learning. So welcome this change with open arms.
Beautiful. You've got, what have we got? Nita Lyons. Okay, last one from me. Oh, but it's going.
And we'll get on to the spirit people.
Okay, here you go, Nita. We had the world literally fly itself out of my hands towards you. It was on fire. So literally, this is that positive motion finally starting to move for you. And I really do feel that it's on the move, and it's like jumping at you. It's saying, now it's the time to take the risk. Now it's the time to make the moves, and you're really in alignment with this positive energy moving forward. So I see this as a really amazing card.
A complete cycle.
Yeah. We're done with the old and off we go.
Great
the card
success.
Literally flew itself at you.
I love that card. Okay, well, we're moving on. I'll be doing the reads now. I'll be bringing in spirit people and also doing psychic questions. So I'll move here. I'll just move over into Violet's space. Thanks for that, Violet. That was fun. It goes so fast, doesn't it?
So many fun ones.
I'll be working with cards tonight. These are called the Mythic Tarot. If I'm turning my head to the left, I'll be talking to spirit people. If I'm turning it to the right, I'm talking to the guides. So, questions. Okay, here they are. She's been writing them down. Nita Lyons, will I get work soon? Look, the first thing I'm getting is yes, you will. Absolutely. I feel you've got the Emperor card. So you will get work. You just need to be patient. I just feel it's almost like you feel like you're sort of in slow motion. You're starting to stress out. You're starting to lose confidence. You will get new work. You just have to be patient. It is coming. I'm definitely hearing in probably within the next 3 weeks, I can see work coming in. I can see the tire, the wheels starting to move. Okay, Sharon McIntosh, will my finances improve? Look, I feel that you being stuck with all this debt or money issues has really weighed you down. And it's because it's something that you don't want to stay at. It's almost like, I can't breathe sometimes. I can't breathe, feeling like this, Sharon. I know how you feel. It's just saying it's a time thing. I feel that someone's going to help you with your finances, as in how to pay it off or what to do. Sometimes you can go and see people like that. And yes, it will improve, but it's sort of, it's like a breaking of an abscess. So things will improve in time. It's about looking at your finances in a different way. Okay, Vivian Patterson, what's happening with my daughter and her partner, Paul? What's happening with them is I feel this very emotional when I tune into that. I feel that they're sort of sorting things out, and there may be a few issues is what I'm getting. So I feel you need to get them time out. It's almost like I can see sort of negative thoughts around. That's quite negative at the moment in their thoughts, in the way that they are thinking and what they're feeling. And I feel it's about in the direction where they want to go. I feel the only thing you can do, Vivian, is you need to just stand back and let them sort it out. It's their issues. It's just a growing phase they're going through. And if they're meant to get together, they will sort it out. Okay, Susan Schracken. Should I do some work in my husband's business? Look, I feel if you did, I feel yes is the first thing I'm getting. Look, I feel that it would really give him great support, but I also feel that you need to keep the door open for something that you need to do as well. So don't sort of throw all your apples in the basket, so to speak, Susan. Definitely step in and give him a hand, because I feel it'd be really good. It'd be good for both of you, because I feel that you could really organise him. You're very good at what you do, but make sure that you leave time for you to do the things that you want to do, so that you're not hanging around him all the time, because sometimes when people work together, it can be very difficult to work together in that. So I feel you need to help him. Okay, Michelle Williams. I had a hard run for the last 10 years. I lost my sister. Would love a message, please. Look, I feel your sister's around you. I feel your sister and you grew up. They're very close. She's telling me that she loves you. She said that I've got your back. She's telling me that there's some sort of change coming up. It's like she used to be around you a lot, is what she's saying, but I don't feel she's not so much these days. I feel she's doing lots of things in the spirit world, is what I'm getting. Also, she's talking about there may be a new family member, or you'll be hearing someone's having a baby or a child around you, is what I'm getting. And I feel it's going to be welcome news. The other thing is, Michelle, I feel that life is changing for you in a really positive way. And I feel that there's a lot of love coming into your life next year. And I feel it's the way you're starting to think, because I feel that you're so sick of being tired, so sad and lonely and feeling down all the time. So I feel that you're going to actually make a big conscious effort and start to make things change. I feel she's in the spirit world with a man. It could have been a grandfather, is what I'm getting. So she's not alone. Your grandfather, I feel that he may have had heart problems. There's a male with heart problems around you, because I feel very tight in the chest. I feel very, very tight in the chest, and he's with your sister, so she's not alone. Also, I feel there's a dog on the other side with them as well. Rosie Mack. My granddaughter struggles with concentration at school. Will she achieve her goals? I feel she will, but I feel she'd be very good if you got her into Tai Chi or Judo or something like that, because I feel that would really ground her, because I feel she's off the pixies, this girl. She's very creative little girl, but I feel that she needs something grounding, is what I'm getting, because she spends a lot of time in her head. She's very emotional too, and I feel she overthinks things. So I do feel changes with her as she gets older, but I feel that you need to support her, and maybe even taking her to a counsellor for a while would help her along the way. Okay, Bronwyn Jemmy. Will I be able to retire and move next year? With you, Bronwyn, I think that you've been thinking about this for a long time, but I just see a lot of work around you. I feel it takes up a lot of your time, and I feel it's just getting down. It's really down. I'm down. I'm done. So I know you want to retire, but I feel that you may even think about working part-time. I feel that it's like your gut's telling you. It's like you don't want to go to work anymore. You think, oh, I'm tired. I would go part-time if I was you, and then gradually get out that way, because you may end up with sort of nothing left sort of thing. Like you're a bit scared of that. What am I going to do? So maybe go into part-time and then slowly do it that way. I feel take it time. And then I feel once you retire, I feel there may be a lot of travel coming up for you and doing lots of things you never even thought of. It's almost like you've never lived that way, because you've always been a very hard worker. Also, I don't know if your father's in the spirit world, but I do feel there's a father figure around you, Bronwyn. He's just come in now, and he's telling me you're a very practical person, and you need to stop listening to others and start listening to what you want to do, is what he's saying. Okay, Liz Thomas. I'm in final stages in job interviews. Will I be successful? I feel you are, Liz. I feel that you're great at what you do. I feel it's about having a bit of faith. Keep the faith and really see yourself in this successful job. If it's not this one, it's the next one. But I do see work for you. I feel a lot of happiness and a lot of joy. Megan Benjamin. Will I go back to work after Christmas? Also, I also lost a friend. Look, I feel that I definitely see you going, you're at a loose end, is what I'm getting. And I feel that you need to bring more balance in your life. And losing this dear friend of yours has been very, very hard for you. And it's almost like it's really not you. And it's like this grieving process has just been going on for so long. What you need to do is you really need to get into work after Christmas and start to get your life back again, because it's just been too much sadness around you. Your friend, I feel that you used to laugh a lot, is what I'm hearing. It's almost like she's telling me that you've forgotten to laugh. You've forgotten to laugh and how to have fun. I know you're very confused and you're still going through the grief process, but it's about bringing more balance and happiness and joy in your life, and to let the past go. Your friend's well and safe. Okay, Kelly Campbell. I'm feeling lost with friendships. They've been one-sided. I'm lonely. Will they change? I feel, Kelly, I feel you need to get your big knife out and do a big cutting of all the people around you that really aren't your so-called friends, because I feel in a way you may have outgrown them. I don't feel you're on the same level, and often that happens. Like, gee, you can have a wonderful friend in your life and you get on like a house on fire, and then one day, something happens and you don't see them anymore. You think, why? Because I feel a lot of people in our life, they're only here for a limited contract and then they go. So you need to just say goodbye. When you say goodbye to people that you once loved and have been in your life, and once you say goodbye, another door opens and new people will come in with new, far better realities and different experiences. It's a hard one and it's sad, but it's just the way it is. So you need to get the knife out and cut off all those people that no longer serve you and allow others in that will find you absolutely wonderful. Okay, Rose Cuttajar. Our new business is about to start with Will All Be Well. I get very excited when I look at your new business, Rose. I feel that you're just really, really, really waiting to sort of really get yourself into something that's really dig in is what I'm getting. I feel within time it'll go really well, and I feel spiritually you know this. So it's about keeping that spiritual mindset, that positive spiritual mindset, and having faith that everything will go well. I feel that you're very passionate about this work, and I'm definitely it will go well, so don't worry about anything. Okay. Colleen Donnellan. I've just split from my partner after 2.5 years. What is coming for me, please? Look, Colleen, I feel your partner, I feel that you and him have been on a different level for quite a while. I don't know if it was a money thing or financial, but I just feel you're seeing the world in two different ways. In the beginning, I feel it was a great thing. It was exciting. It was fun. It was loving, but I don't feel this partner's the right one for you. I feel there was too many different wavelengths, Colleen. I feel different wavelengths, and also there may have been money issues. And I feel it's almost like you're sort of pretending or just playing this role of this happy housewife or whatever you were with this partner. But really, you're very, very different. He sees things in a different way to you, and I feel finances may have had something to do with it too, and arguments. I feel it would have been very sticky, very yucky towards the end, but I'd be saying, see you later, and I'd be dating again. So that's a pretty easy one, Colin. Okay. I don't see him coming back again. Okay, Lisa Turner. Will my business start bringing me in an income so I can grow? Yes, Lisa, you just need to be patient. I feel that your business will grow, but I just feel it's been slow. So I feel that stay positive. Your business will grow. It's about being a little bit more creative, and maybe get a marketer would be a good idea.
I have one for you, Kerrie, just before we finish, and it's from a Monica Bustler. She says she's new to the group. Her oldest son's father passed away when he was 3 years old.
Yeah.
And she was just 23. Her son, he was 29 when he passed, her son's father. She said, I never really had any closure on how he passed. And I wondered if he had anything to say to me, or his son who's graduating high school.
The first thing I'm getting is I've got your partner here. He's telling me he died suddenly. It was a sudden death is what he's saying, and he didn't have time to say goodbye. He's telling me that he's very proud of the way that you brought up your son. And I don't know whether he's been to university or something, but he's very smart, and I feel there's a lot of travel coming up for him. He's telling me that he looks like you, but he's got his eyes. He's been watching over you for a very long time, and he's just so grateful that he had the time to spend with you and the wonderful times that you had together. But it's almost as if that, when he met you, his life was taken away, and he's very sad about that. He's just telling me he loves you, and he's sorry that he didn't tell you that. And greetings from the spirit world, and his congratulations to your son. He's a lovely, lovely boy. Okay. Anyway, that's it for tonight, everyone. Also, before I leave, I had a few spirit people come over to the side here. I've got someone called John in the spirit world. He's telling me he had a heart attack, is what he's saying, and he passed very quickly. Also, I've got a Robert, and I've got a Bill, and I've got an older lady called Doris. And then I have a woman called Jenny, and a Jenny who had breast cancer is what she's telling me. And I've got another woman just telling me, I've got a lot of people here who had a brain tumour, passed with a brain tumour, and she's telling me that all her children are out there, and she was very sad when she passed. Also, I had a lovely man who had like a Parkinson's, like a shaking Parkinson's disease. And I had an older man, and this man's from England, and he's just said he's got family here in Australia, is what he's saying. He was an elderly man, and he may have been in the armed forces. That's how long ago it is. Isn't that incredible? Anyway, I'd love to thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. We'll bring Violet in to come and say goodbye. And that's another fast-paced night, and we'll have another subject to talk about next time. And we'll let you know what it is. And thanks for joining us. We've only got a couple of shows left till before it's Christmas, and then we'll be back next year, of course.
We'll be.
So
yes.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and thank you, Angie and Kiki, for looking after us. We really appreciate it. And next year I'll be back out in the clubs again. And we'll bring Violet along, and she can say hello to everyone.
Hello to everyone in the audience.
So if you want to know any witchy things, she'll be in the audience. So.
I'll be there.
Oh, you'll be at your table, won't you?
I'll be there doing some witchy
She'll
things
have a table,
in the
but I'll be
audience.
back in the club. So I've got a few shows coming up. The first show is in February out at Revesby.
Oh, yes. We've got a big one coming up
up at Revesby for all the Revesby people. So have a beautiful week, and we'll try and get to as many people as we can.
Yeah, if we missed you, we
try again.
Please just keep dropping in. Kerrie jumps to where the energy's going at the time. So put things in. We'll try and pick up your questions. I noticed a few of you noted that there was a couple of feed issues at the beginning. Please just stick with us. If you've missed the beginning, you may have had your name called. I could feel a bit of the feed things. Go back, re-watch it, and just see, because things happen so quickly. Your question may have been answered in there. So please always review, go back, and don't forget to like and share and join the community. Thanks, guys.
Okay, and happy attraction, and get into those colours, and let us know how you go with the colours. They're so exciting.
Yeah, I loved all the car comments, people with green
cars,
yes, red cars, blue cars.
Fantastic. See, now you know what they mean. Okay, and all the red cars out there, be careful.
I'm going to watch for you.
Watching you red
speedy
cars.
Races.
Okay, all the best, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.